then I wait for it to open. So for the template, I'll go with the default template, then I'll say new. Wait for it to open. So once our project opens, this is the interface. This is what we have. So I start by setting my working units. That should be the second step. You start by setting the units. How do we set the units? You go to options, you look for options, it is here, you click on it, then you go to project preferences. Under project preferences, you go to working units. These are the first ones. These are in millimeters, that is okay. Then the decimal places, we don't need 0 decimal places. I think we are working in millimeters, that is okay. Say okay. Options, let us check for the project preference. We check also for the dimensions. The dimensions, we come to plain millimeter, click on plain millimeters. The units, millimeters, you say okay. If you love designing, you're an architect, or you just love creating nice spaces and good functional spaces, let us learn together. So to start with, we are going to design a 5 BHK, 5-bedroom house, whereby on the ground floor we are going to have 1 bedroom and all the spaces. That is, we are going to have a kitchen, a living room, dining, an office on the ground floor. Then on the first floor we are going to have the 4 bedrooms. So let us start right away. We are going to start by setting our levels. We come this side where there are stories. You click on any story, you right click, then you come down to story settings, or the shortcut is Ctrl+7 for the story settings. Click on it. So we have our ground floor. So I want to insert another floor down. We shall insert another floor down and name it our foundation floor. Our foundation floor. Then we have the ground floor. Then above we have the first floor. We name this first floor. So first floor. Then we insert another level up. We insert it above. You click here, insert above. This one will be our roof level. Name it as roof level. So now we are going to give dimensions. Our foundation, I can give it -1500. Then the ground floor we start at 0, then the height 3.5. We are going with that. Then the first floor we start from 3.5. We are going to add also 3.5. Like that. So we have finished to set our levels. We say okay. So they will appear here. We have ground floor being this one, foundation, first floor. So we come to ground floor. Yeah, you can see it is highlighted blue here, and also here it is in white. So that means this paper is on the ground floor. So we are going to start with the walls. We are going to draw the walls for our spaces. So to start with, you go to design, you come under design, you drop down, there is a wall tool. It is actually the first tool when you under design. It is the first tool. So when you click on it, the wall tool has it has 4 geometrical methods of drawing it. The first one being the straight method, where we have the single, chained, rectangular, rotated rectangular. When you drop under that single, escape, when you click on this arrow, these are the ones I've been mentioning. Then also another geometrical method we have for the wall, it is the curved geometrical method, where we have the center point and radius, circumference, then tangential. When you click here, these are the ones we are talking about. Then you also have the line. This is the trapezoid method. Then also we have the polygonal method. Then under reference line location, that means how you're going to draw your walls. Are you starting it from the exterior? Actually, let us first drop this down. From the outside faces, from the center, or inside faces. So for this case, we are going to be using center. We are going to be drawing them from the center. Then the structure, these are the type of the walls we have in Archicad. The first one is a common wall. Then this one has 3 layers. This is a cavity wall. Then this is a complex wall. We shall look at all of them in the next episodes. Then the structure, this is the material, what is composed of. So you see there are kind of a lot of materials here, but specifically for the bricks, there is masonry block structure, but we are going to use this one, brick structure. So I click on it, it's ready. We have then here floor plan and section. These up here are all wall settings. So plan and floor sections, these are basically 2D visualizations, how we want to visualize our plan in 2D. That is on the floor, 2D in the sections, elevations. Then these are story settings, we have set them. Then this is the wall thickness. Then here we have a straight wall, then a slanting wall. Yes, they are all here. Then this is where we change the surface, that is the color. Or for the wall settings, once you click on the wall, like here it is wall, you can use a shortcut on your keyboard, which is Ctrl T. Ctrl T, that is for settings. That is settings of the selected, or what you have selected. You'll be activating the settings. So for this case, the settings of the walls, they are here, which we already up, which I've gone through. You can see the type of wall, the material, then it is a straight wall, then the floor plan and section settings, the model, this is the texture, we are going to talk of the colors, how we are going to paint our walls. Yeah, they're all there, so that is okay. So let me show you how these geometrical methods work. Under the straight method, when you drop here, the first one, the straight method, is just that a single one. Then the next one, it is a continuous. You click there, you continue, you double tap to finish, or you press enter on your keyboard to finish. Then the third one, the rectangular, it is a single click, then you move down, or you move anywhere, then you move your cursor to get that rectangle shape you want. Then the fourth one, it is also a rectangle, but it is a two click, whereby you have to click first 2 points. This is our first point, this one also the second, then you move. Yeah, then this one for the curved method, when you click on it, it has 3. We talked about them. The first one being this one, this is what it does. It does that, a circle. Then the second one, it does from the radius. You pick the radius, then you finish your circle. Click the last one. You pick 2 points, then you get that. Yeah, but specifically for this design or for drafting, we are going to use the first straight line method. So let me Ctrl Z to go back, or I can just select all of this, then I delete. Selecting multiple, you can either you click on this, then you hold on shift, you select one by one, or you move your cursor sideways, then you long press it as you move, and then you select whatever you want, then you press delete. So we are going to start with our spaces. So our wall, we have already set it. Yeah, the settings, okay, you can check your settings. The thickness of the wall, it is 200. You can change yours. This is 200. Sorry. Yeah, so we go with the first option. We are going to have our first line, our first wall. Come and draw another wall, diagonal wall. Yeah, I can start with these 2 lines first. So let me first get space for the stairs. I want my stairs to be 1.2, and I will leave a space of 200 millimeters in between. So roughly, the 1.2 times 2.4 plus 200, that is 2.6. So in Revit 20, in Archicad 26, in Archicad 28, you can easily just click on the wall that you want to change its dimension. Then you come and you click the dimension. Then you type in the distance you want to move it, 2.6, and you type the enter key on your keyboard. So we have the space of our staircase. So next I'm going to have an open concept for the sitting room and dining. So that means I'm going to draw. I want it here, so I'm going to have it at 7 meters. So how do I move a copy of this wall this side? So I can either come here, I click this, the wall tool, then I come and I draw another wall, or I can use, we have here drafting aids which help us when we are working. They make our work simple. I can come and pick up parameters. So when I come and click on this pick up parameter, or I type Alt C on the keyboard. If I type Alt C on my keyboard, I'll activate the pick parameter tool. So I can come, I pick this wall. That means I've picked the parameters of this wall, that is all these settings, and now I can draw. Now I can draw another wall of the same, or another way I can draw another wall. I can click on this wall, I right click, I come to move. So I will want to move a copy, that is dragging. So I'll come here, drag a copy, I click on this drag and copy, I drag a copy. Or dragging a copy, I can simply type Ctrl+Shift+D. That one I'm moving a copy. Yes. So I have here my staircase. I want a distance of, so I can extend this wall by clicking on this node, then I move it to where I want. Or when I Ctrl Z, I click on this wall, I can use this adjacent tool, or I can press Ctrl and minus on my keyboard to extend this wall to this wall. So I can come, click on this, I want it to end here. That means I've moved my wall to this point. Or when I Ctrl Z, I can join these two walls. I click on this, I hold on my shift. When you hold on your shift, you select multiple. So that means I can select more than one. I can select more than one element, then I can come and join or intersect them. So this intersect tool, it intersects them perpendicular to each other. That means they form 90. So when I just click on this, I can have this. So I want to move this wall. I can click on it, I come here, I change the dimensions. I've showed you how you can just change the dimensions. Let me give you another method for those using lower versions of Archicad. Yeah, for 28 it allows this, but the lower versions they don't. So what you do in the lower versions, you have to move. You move the wall, then you move it again. Or if you're reading this and you can do your mathematics properly, you just Ctrl D, that is to move a copy, then you add on the dimensions which were recently there. But for this case, let us move them properly. So I right click, I come to move, I'm going to drag. I'm not dragging a copy, I'm dragging this very wall. If you want to drag a copy, that means this one will remain here. So I'll come, I click at this point, I move it up to here. Sometimes when you're dragging something, or you're dragging a wall, anything or an object, sometimes you may want it to move in line, but it tends to move in the opposite direction. So what do? You hold on your shift key. So when you hold on your shift key, even if you move your cursor, your wall will still be in the same direction. So when you hold your shift, we can move our wall there. Then now we move it this side. You come to move, you drag. You're going to move a distance of 7 meters. Then you press enter. So you see we have 7 meters here. Yeah. Then now I want to move this down. I can either first join this to this, or I just move this down. I move this down. I want this to remain here. I move it up to there. I'm going to have some cars parking around here. Then this one, I want to drag it. I press Ctrl D on the keyboard. I drag it. I want it somewhere here. So I'm going to have a distance of 3 meters from this wall. So I click on this wall, I come to this, I end it there. So I'm going to move this wall up to here, then I move 3 meters down. Right click, move, drag. Come and pick it here. I hold on to my shift. I want it at this point. Then I Ctrl D. That is the shortcut for dragging. I move down 3 meters. 30,000. Press my enter. So I have 30,000. I want to join this to this. I'm going to select them multiple. So I hold on to shift. Then I come and I join them. So I'm going to have here my stairs, my sitting room here, and dining. So I want to have a simple reading study room at this point on this side. So I'm going to have another wall here. I can type Ctrl C on my keyboard. I pick this, I come and draw it here. You see there are different ways you can copy or you can draw. You can either copy a wall, you move it, you go on adjusting, you can inject, you can pick the parameters, then you move it, you can come back here to the wall. Yeah, there are different ways you can draw the wall in Archicad. So I want this wall from this wall I want it to be at 1.2 meters. So I Ctrl D, that is moving a copy. No, that is, sorry, dragging it. Then when I'm to move it, I hold on shift to get the exact point. I put it at this. Then I right click. I move, I drag a copy. I drag it, sorry, not drag a copy. I move it down at 1.2. 1.2. So now I need to close this space to now do the spaces properly. So I can either come and copy this very wall. I can right click, I move, I drag a copy. So that means I'll drag this copy somewhere here. So for this study room, I want it to be at 3.5. Yes, let me make it 3.5. Shall go with that. 3.5. You press enter. So you've entered that. 3.5. Then Then now I want to close it here. Can drag this horizontal wall, right click, come and move, you drag a copy, come and move it there. I'll change its distance. It can be, let me give it 2.8, 2.8, 2.8, let me give it 2.5. It is just a study room. 2.5, 2.5. Click on enter. I activate it. To avoid this intersection, make sure this one they join at the middle. So you can click on this wall, you come and adjust. So I'll adjust it. I'll pick the middle of this wall. So that's what will happen. Then I will need my first room, the downer room. So I'm going to first have a washroom for it. So I'm going to copy this wall. I'm going to drag a copy of this. Come, put it here. I change the dimensions. I can give it 1.5. Sorry, 1.5. Press enter. Now I'm going to drag a copy as well for the external wall. Right click, you move, you drag a copy. Yeah, you'll get used to these shortcuts. I don't want to overuse shortcuts at this level. Yeah, but dragging a copy is Ctrl+Shift+D. Actually, when you just leave your cursor here, they will bring you the shortcuts. They're this side, Ctrl+Shift+D. We have not yet rotated, we have not yet mirrored. Yeah, but we shall all see them in the way, along the way. Yeah, so we are going to drag a copy. So I want to drag this upwards at a distance of 3.5 for this room. So I have that 3.5. I want to join this to this. I join with that. Then now, after the stairs here, I'll need to have I'm going to have my entrance here. I'm going to have my entrance here to the sitting room. Let me first let it to this wall. The sitting room, then the dining here. I'm going to have my kitchen there. So I'm going to drag a copy of this. I come, I move, I drag a copy, click on this, I come, drag a copy in front. So I'm going to give this space let me see the dimension. If at all I move it, in line with this wall. No, this is very small. So I'm going to change it to 4 meters. Yeah, 4 meters for our sitting room and the dining. Then here I'm going to have my kitchen and then pantry, then the common washroom. Yes. So let me reduce this 7 to 5 meters. So I click here, put it at 5,000. So I would want to join this wall with this. And I want to select multiple. Remember, I click on this, I hold on shift, I come and pick this, I join with this. So let me see the space for the kitchen, 2.3. No, the kitchen is small. This is 4 meters, 2.3. I want to split this wall so that it does not go up to this side. How do I split the wall? I come to this axe. Are you seeing this axe? This is a split tool. When I click on it, I can come and split it from, I click on the wall, come and split it from anywhere. So I have splitted it from there. So I want to move this to 3 meters for my kitchen, 3 meters. Then I will join this, hold on shift, I join them together. I'll move this down. Then let me draw the one where my kitchen ends. How I can come here, I pick parameters, I pick it. So I want to get my kitchen space. Let it be 3 by 3.5. Enter. 3.3.5. That is my kitchen. Then the pantry. This is after the kitchen. I'm having here my pantry. Let this first come down. I come here where there is this black node. Click on it. I move down. Let it first stop there. So I want space for the pantry. Can come, pick again, then I get here some space. So let me first join these two, hold on shift, I join them. And let me move this wall, right click, move. So I'm going to drag this, not a copy, but I'm dragging it. And I'm going to drag it backwards. Control D. So I want to have my pantry to be, hold on shift, 2. Put it at 2.3. 2.3, my pantry. So I'll join this, I click this and this wall, I join them. So I have my kitchen, my dining here, my pantry. I'll have here my common washroom. Okay, so I would bring back this down. It will be there. So remember, I said I want to have an open concept for the dining, the sitting room and dining. So I will move this wall downwards. Oh, we shall have an opening. So let us first leave that wall there. We shall have an opening for it. then the pantry. So for the common washroom, we need to close it. Pantry, the pantry is going to be open. So I think the common washroom will move a bit behind. So I'll join this. I hold on my shift. I join these two. Then I'll move this one, this side. I click on it. I come to this tool. I adjust it to here. So I'll have to close up my toilet. I'll click on this, on the pick, come and pick this. I close it up. So I join this. Let me see the distance I have. This distance. Let me move it. I can either just come and click at this point. When I click at it, there is this one is dragging. It is already activated, so I can just drag. So I drag it, and this wall is not straight. So you need to adjust it. When it is not straight, you hold on onto your shift, then it becomes straight. As you can see, it is now straight. So I come, at this point I move it here, then I click at that very point, I drop it down. I'm going to give it 1.750. Yeah, this is our common toilet, our first room, the washroom, the office / study room, the staircases, the dining here, the kitchen, and the sitting room. Then the entrance and the garage here. So I want to close all my spaces. Let me click this. I come here. I put it there. Come here. I end it there. Click on this. Hold on shift. I join them. When this one I come here, click on this. I join them. So we have our spaces already created. Yeah, this is what we have as the plan. Now if you want to see it in the 3D, you come here where there is marquee. This one, you click on it, you make sure it is in this second bold marquee. Then you come and you draw here your marquee. You right click on the mouse, you come here, you come here where there is show marquee in 3D. It is F5, that is the shortcut. So you click on it. If you can't see your building, you come here and you fit it to page. You fit it in this one. When you click on it, it brings. So how do we rotate in 3D? How we rotate, you can either type O on the keyboard, that is for the orbit, or you come here, you click on this orbit tool. When you click on it, you are able to rotate around your building. Able to rotate about your building. So we are going to change the colors. Let us work with white. So I'll click on my wall. I right click. I come to wall settings. Under wall settings, I come where there is model. In case you cannot see it, click, you drop down where there is model. I'm going to change the colors to white. So for me, I'm going to go with glossy white, all. Then I come here, press OK. So I want all my walls to be white. So you remember this pick and inject tool. Can either click on this, come and pick, then I come here, I inject in that one to also to copy everything on this to this. The shortcut is Alt C, you come, you pick, then Control Alt C is to inject. Or in the similar way, what we can do, let's first rotate, we can copy these ones and we change them at once. So I can copy this, I hold on my shift, click on this, click on this, click on this, this, click on 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 this. Then I type on my keyboard Ctrl T for the settings. I come here, I drop down, I give them glossy white, I say OK. Press O, I can orbit. So we have our skeleton already in the 3D, and in the floor plan, this is what you have. This is what we have in the floor plan. We are going to do the walls for the first floor. On the ground floor, we had our living room, stroke dining, we had our kitchen, we had our pantry, we had the space for the stairs, we had the study room. At the same time, we had a guest room and a common washroom. Please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more tutorials. Whether you're a student, you're an architect, or you just love creating great spaces, yeah, we can learn together how we do architectural designs. So let us dive into this. So we go on our first floor. This is our ground floor. So let us go on the first floor. You come here where there are stories. You click on the first floor. You open the first floor. You realize when you're on the first floor, there is nothing you see. So when we are to draw our lines, for instance, let us come to our wall tool. You come, you click on the wall tool. Here we already set our walls to the center, then the first wall, the basic wall, then the structure, we set it. So when you draw your wall, for instance, let's do this, and you come in 3D, you realize our walls are not in line with the walls on the ground floor. So this will give us a lot of hard time to keep on adjusting them in the 3D perspective so that they're in line. So what do? We are going to make sure we see what is down. So that means we are going to trace our ground floor so that we can see those walls on our first floor. So how do we trace for that? There is this trace tool, and when you click on it, it shows the ground floor, the trace of it. But in the actual sense, these are not walls. It has just, even if you go to select, it does not select. It has just traced them. So for the trace settings, you can come here and you drop down. When you drop down, under choose reference, there is above current story, then below current story. So when you choose above current story, for this, like at this particular moment, we are on our first floor. So above current story, that means we are going to trace for the second floor, but we don't have the second floor, or we are not interested in what is up, but we want to trace what is down, that is the ground floor. So we make sure we select the below current story. The below current story, the current story is first floor, so below that is ground floor. When you come to browse for trace settings, that is in case when you have a lot of stories, you have like up to the 10th floor, but you want to trace something on the 10th floor, but you want to trace it on the first floor. Yeah, you choose from here under browse. So that is okay. For this case, it has traced the ground floor. Oh, the shortcut. Let me show you the shortcut. The shortcut, or you can come on your keyboard, you type Alt F2. Alt F2, that is a shortcut for tracing. So I can either just move back this wall, I come and click on this node up here, I can come and move it in the middle here, can come pick this, move it also with that. So I'm going to do the walls to trace from the ground floor. So I can come and I pick. This is our picking tool. I come and pick. So I'll draw a wall here. I'm tracing my ground floor. I come here. I'll keep on adjusting just in case. You can hold your shift to make sure it is in the straight line. So you can come, hold on your shift, for a straight line. So we are going to adjust these ones to make sure they're in the straight line. So we move them. You can either type Ctrl D on your keyboard, that is for moving, like that. You come to this point. Also this one is not straight. You zoom in, Ctrl D, you pick this, you move it up to here, come to this, you right click, you come to move. This is the long way. Come to move, drag. So you're dragging a copy, you're dragging this exact, which is not a copy, sorry. Make sure it is in line. So this one is in line, upper one is in line, this is in line. Let me join this. So to join, you can select this. I hold on my shift, key. I want to join these ones. I come and join them. These are joined. I pick this, hold on to shift, I join this as well. Come to this, I join them. This one joins perpendicular, so I'll extend. I can simply extend this with this trim tool. I extend it there. This one with this, hold on to shift, I extend, click on this, I adjust it here. It's not in the middle. I come back, adjust it in the middle. Something is lacking. It is not in the middle. Yes, it is in the middle. I come, I can just move this. I click on this node. Now for this case, I'll select this first one. It just stretches the end. So I hold on to my shift to make sure it is straight. I join it. So I need other walls here. Let me do this. I come here, I pick this wall. I draw, I join this, hold on to shift, I join these two, I need another wall here and also one here. I come and pick, this is the pick parameter tool, or you can type Alt C on the keyboard, Alt C, that is the shortcut. Come and pick this, come and draw it here. Same way I come, draw another one here. So I join these two, I join this with this, I join them. Yeah, for this case, on our first floor, we are going to have our bed, another bedroom, that is bedroom 2. Remember, we have one bedroom down, our second bedroom here, then a third one here, and in the same way we are going to have, this is our stairs all the way from down. We have a washroom here, then we have another room this side, then the master bedroom. So for the master bedroom, it is going to come in front a bit. Let us have the stairs first. So we go to our ground floor. We want our stairs to come from the ground floor to the first floor. So for the stairs, remember we already located our stairs, the distance we want. We gave it the 2.6. The stairs will be 1.2. Then the space between to be 200 to make a total of 2.6. So you come under design, then you look for stairs. You come to stair, you click on stair. So under stairs, let me Control T for the settings. You type on your keyboard Control T to activate the settings of the selected. So we had selected the stairs, then I press Control T. So under stair, its settings, there are quite a number of settings you can do for the stairs. Yeah, for the stairs, we have home story. So our story, that means our stair is starting from the ground floor at 0, then it will stop at our first floor also at 0. Our floor to floor height is 3.5. Yes, then here they start with, you can start with the riser or with the tread, but we are starting with the riser because the slab is a tread of itself. So that's why we are going to start with that. Then if we start with the riser, we shall end with the tread. And so the setting 1.2, and this is 1.2. You can change. You can have yours at least from 1.2, 1.5, 1 meter according. So since it is automatic to our first floor, it calculates the number of risers, so there will be 18. And these are also settings of the depth. If you want to change them, you can go with this. This is when you can put yours. You can make maybe 300. If you don't want it to be 175, change this 175. If you change the rise at 175, the steps will be 20. 175. 175 is okay. Then for the depth, that one is automatic. You can go change the riser straight, or if you don't want it straight, you can give it an angle, but we want ours to be straight. Then you can, there's this structure. Under structure, there are quite a lot of structures here you can choose, but we are going with monolithic. Then flight monolithic, this is where you can change this. You can change this. This is 150. 150 is okay. Between 150 175, yeah, that is okay. If it is less than 150, that means your stair is going to fail. But 200 150, between there, even if it is 175, it is still okay. 200 is still okay. And that means according to the weight your stair will carry. Then the structure you can change here. So we are using concrete structure. You can change the material. Then you can override the surfaces. So these ones we shall go through them. Then the landing also, you can play around the structure. You change the material, the finish. For this we are using the tread and riser finish, which is our timber. Then the tread also, you can play around with the nosing. You want this point nosing. They are all here, the types. You can change the radius. Yeah, these are all settings. You can look through and try them in the duo. Yeah, so then here, if you want it to have 12 guardrails, you can place on left or right. Then here, method of drawing it, constructing it. Yeah, so we are going to use, I prefer most times using center line. Yeah, then all these settings we have looked through them. So for this case we're selecting center line. Then these ones, they are 18. Yeah, so we can draw it. We can have our staircase drawn here. So we shall go on adjusting. So we can have here up to 9. Then we come and land. This is the landing. Come and land out maybe somewhere here. Then we are going to go this side also. So I'll have to adjust this. I'll have to move this. I select this one. So I'll come and move it this side. It is lacking. So I want it exact on that wall. It should touch there. So let me first move this at 0. Then I'll have to move this one this side. I come at this blue. I tap on it. I move it. You can hold your shift so that is in line. Yes. Sometimes you can first measure the distance. You come and measure, or you press M on the keyboard. So when you measure this distance from here up to here is 18. Then also you measure from here. And for this one we shall just move the stair. So that means we can move. We use this offset edge. So this one only offsets the edge. So we type 18 is our distance. So that is at 0. Then for this one we can just move it. You can click on this blue. Then you move the entire stair. This is moving the entire stair. This is moving a node only one side. So you're moving the entire stair to here. Yes, so I may want to extend this as control, escape, select my stair, click on this. So I may want to move the steps so that maybe we have them on the same level. Since they are 18, you can come here. So we have our stair right there. Yeah, we can check it in the 3D. So it is right there. It's landing on our first floor. So that is our staircase for that. Then when we come on our first floor, you can see the staircase. It is right there. So we can start partitioning or creating our spaces, our upper floor spaces. That is the 3 other rooms plus our biggest master bedroom. So for this master bedroom, we are extending this a bit this side. So I want to remove this wall. To drag this, you can type Ctrl D on the keyboard. You can drag it here, then I can Ctrl D again and drag it backwards. I want to leave a space of 1.2. Let me see. Let me leave a space of 1 meter. So I'll move back the 200 this side so that I have 1 meter there. Then I will have this to join with this. I click on this, hold on shift, then I join these two. Then for this bedroom, it is going also to extend a little bit in front for this upper bedroom. But I think this is okay. This can be here. Let me measure the distance, the dimensions we have from here up to here. And this is a small room. Let me check on this. I come, I measure. Check on this here, 3.5. So that means I'm going to move this in this line. I want it also to be 3.5. 3.5. Type enter. Now let it be in this line. Ctrl D. That is for dragging this. I hold on to shift. I come straight to this point. So I'll join this with this. Click on this, hold on to shift. I come and join. I have to make sure, let me check, I have the 3D. I've not moved the downer wall. Let me check. Yes, good. So when we are coming from down, so when I land here, we are going to access these bedrooms from here. So I'll need a wall here. So I'll come, I pick, this is the picking tool, where you can type Alt. I can type Alt C to pick it. So So when I click this, come here. So we are going to have this as our washroom. Then we shall access this from here. The distance here I can give 1 meter, 1000. I enter. So we shall access those 2 rooms from here. Then the washroom. Then for the master bedroom, now we have to shift this to come a little bit down. This will be 3.5 for this third room. 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 will be okay. It will be enough. So we shall have all this space for our master bedroom. So this will come all the way to join here. So I can click on it. I come and extend or adjust. I want it up to the middle. Since I'm using my walls as middle, I have to come and pick from the middle. So for this other room, I'll access from here. For the master bedroom, I'll access from here. So I'm going to need also another room here, a prayer room up. So I'm going to divide this. I come to my pick line tool. I come, I pick this. I get my other room here. Let me give it 2.1. I'll give it 2.3. 2.3. Click on this 2.3. Type enter. So I'll access the third room from here. 5.7, the master bedroom. So when I enter the master bedroom, I'm going to have my washroom around here. So I'll come and pick this same line. Come pick this line. I draw my washroom here. So I'll give it 2 meters. Let me look at it. So this side I mean with 2.5. I mean 3.5. I can give this, since my washroom will be long, I can give it 1750. I can remain with that. I can remain with 3.7. So when I enter, I will have my walk-in closet around here. Then the washroom. And first join this to this. Come, I pick this very wall. I have to separate this. The walk-in closet and the washroom. So the walk-in closet, I can put 1.5. I enter. This can be 2 meters. 2 meters. Yes. I'll have here the closet, then the washroom this side. Then here I'll have my master bedroom. So when I'm looking the 3D, this is what I have. Yes. So the next thing we shall be looking at is how to do openings. With the openings, I mean the windows, the doors, the arches. Then also we shall learn how to do the slabs, how to put a slab, how to do the roofing and landscaping. For this particular episode, we have ended there. We have finished to create our walls for both the first floor and also the ground floor. we are going to put openings. We're going to have our openings, I mean the doors, the arches, the windows. Yeah, so we go now ground floor and we start right away. But don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more tutorials. Yeah, whether you're a student, you're an architect, or you just love designing, creating good spaces, let us learn together. So to start with, we are now ground floor. So I want to start with the ground floor to put our openings. Let me start with the doors. Yeah, our story height, yeah, you can check here. When you click on a wall, it is 3.5. That means our next level is starting from 3.5. That is the first floor level. So our beam is 2.5. We are putting it at 2.5. Yeah, so we are going to start with the doors. So for the doors, we come under design. Yeah, you drop down, then you look for door. The door is right here. You click on it. So under the door, you can either double tap this settings dialog for the door, or you type Ctrl T on the keyboard. Yeah, so when you type Ctrl T on the keyboard, yeah, it will bring this setting dialog box where we have quite a number of doors. Yeah, we have the basic doors, we have empty door openings, then we have garage doors, hanged doors, rotating doors, sliding doors. Yeah, but for our first door, that is at the entrance, we are going to have a sliding door. So we check through the sliding doors. The sliding door, slow sliding folding doors. No, we shan't have that. So we go to sliding door. Yeah, there are quite a number of sliding doors. Now you can check. I want one with the transom up. So sliding door with side light on side A and transom up. I want to have side light on both sides, then with a transom, side 2 and transom up, then a sliding door, two side lights, transom up. So I'm going to go with this one. Click on it. I come and first draw it. I'm going to first draw it. Then when I do the settings, you can easily see what we are doing. So I will draw it. I'll have it right. I'll have it here. So let me go to my 3D. This is the door. So for the settings, you press Ctrl T, or you type Ctrl T on your keyboard to activate the settings. Ctrl T. So the preview setting, this is the width, 3 meters. Then this is the height, 2.5. Since our beam level is 2.5, we can go with that. And then for the sliding door settings, we have here door leaf. So for the door leaf, they give you patterns. There are wood patterns here. There are also these arched patterns. So you can choose the ones you want. So in case let us go with maybe if we put HV grid and you say okay, you realize nothing has happened to this. So what does that mean? Go back to our settings. You come under detail level, 3D detail level. You make it full. So when you make it full, that means you see what you have done. So since it is full, you're seeing that pattern here. Yeah. Ctrl T for the settings. Yeah, but we just leave it to be with no grid. that is the door leaf. Then the slidings, the opening types, we are going to have let's have 2 leaves. Yeah, 1 sliding. Now let us have 3 leaves, whereby we have 2 sliding. So this is quite boring. Let's go with 2 sliding leaves. So then the handle, we can choose around here. We can look for any. We can go with maybe 5. Then you come here at this arrow, you go in front, or you can just come here, but there are quite a lot, so we shall go one by one. You go in front. Now we are going to have uniform frames. Then frame thickness to be equal to the wall thickness, you can tick that. Then the natural ventilation, you can tick that. Overglazing, you can go with overglazing. On the transom, you click OK. I think you can see the changes being impacted. For the handle, this is the handle we have put. Ctrl T, then you move in front. Then the frame width, the whole here, you can go through. You can have all the settings. The fixed handle we have put. Then the overlap, the leaf overlap, those ones you can leave. The transom up. Yeah, the transom up, you can, if you want vents, we can go with a vent search. Yeah, but for this time we can just leave it to be glass. And I think this one's okay. Then for the, if you don't want to see the opening line, yeah, you can override the model in operation. Then you untick the opening line. Then it is the same thing also in 3D. If you don't want to see, you untick the opening line. Then you continue going up. So these are the materials. There is wood. Yeah, for these materials you can change. You can change the materials with time. Yeah, you go through your material libraries and you keep changing. Yeah, but we can go with that for the first. So this is what we have as our front door for the entrance. Come and check, it is 3 meters. I can give it 3.5 to be wider than that. 3.5. Let me see, 4 meters. No, 3.5. Let me check in the 3D. Yes, when you give it 3.5, you realize the real door is small, so you have to change it to make it a little bit wider, because the fixed said light is bigger than the real door. So you come and select the door, you Ctrl T for the settings, then you can go back, or you can just come and drop down here. You come to nominal sizes and tolerance. So you click on it. So you come here and under egress dimensions, that is what we change. Let us give it 900 and see. 900, it has expanded. This looks nice. Yeah, we can go with that. So we have our first door. Remember, this is our living room. We have our dining right here. So I'll join this. I'll move this wall a little bit down, yep, somewhere here, up somewhere there. So I have my sitting room, my dining. Or let me Ctrl Z. I'll have an opening here. So for the opening, I come to door, then I double click on it. I look for door openings, that is empty door openings. I click, I choose any. For this case, I can choose this rectangular one. I click on it, I apply, I come here, I set the width. I can give it 4 meters, then the height 2.5. So I come, 4 meters is a lot. I'll give 3.5 for our opening. So this is 3.5. Let's select it, give it 3 meters. Yes, so that we have something like that. So we shall have here our dining, our sitting room. Yes, then also I'll need also another opening right here to access these washrooms and the study room. So I'll need another wall to separate this. So I'll come and I pick parameters. I come and draw this here. I join this. I want this to be 1 meter. I enter. So I'll need an opening here as well. I can pick this. I pick this. I give it 1 meter also. Sorry, 1 meter for the width. So I want that one to be here. I want let me give it 1.2. Can move it a little bit. So now I'll need the doors to the spaces inside. So I'll come back to my door tool. I click on it. I double click on this. I come under hinged doors. I can look for any door I want. For this case, for the interior doors, I can go with this, with the transom. I click on it. Yeah, for the settings, you can go on adjusting according. Yeah, for this particular time, we are going to only do the settings of the width and the height. So this is 2.5. That is the height. For the width, we are going with 900. So I'll have a door here which enters to this room. I will also have another one which enters to this room. Then also here I'm going to have my common washroom here. So I'll need then this is my pantry. My pantry is going to be open, so I'll need a door to the kitchen. This is my kitchen. I'll need also the doors to my washroom, for this room. So I'll double click here. I come, I look for a door which I can put in the washroom. I can use this. Then for the grid, I'll give it a good timber pattern. Let me see. Can go with this. For this style, I can go with style 11. I make it 800. I can leave the height to be 2.1. Still okay. So I'll have my door to this washroom right here. Then I will have also another one to this common washroom just here. This common, actually is just a common toilet. Then I'll extend this little bit that side. So this, I come to this room, this self-contained room. Yeah, the study room. Then my pantry is here. I also need another door through the pantry to the outside veranda, and also from the kitchen to the outside veranda. I'm going to have to come back here to my door, click on this. I look for a door I can go with this. I say okay. I give it 2.5. 1.5 is okay for the width. So I'm going to have it on my kitchen. Then I'll have a smaller one for the pantry. So I'll come here. For the pantry, I can now go with this very one. I come and pick this. I have it in the middle. So I'll have my cabinets or my cabins on the walls. So I'll have my door right here opening from the outside. Yeah, so when I check on my 3D, yeah, this is what I have so far. This is what we have so far. Then inside, that is what we have. So for the down spaces, yeah, we have finished to put the doors. So I'll come to my first floor the same way. So for my first floor, this is my master bedroom. I'm going to have the same sliding door here, like down. So I'll come back to my ground. I come and pick this door, this very door. I pick it, come to my first floor. I draw it right here. Right here. So to make sure it is in line with the other one, you can move like that. So now I also need the openings here, then also the doors to these rooms. So I come back to my ground floor. I'll pick for the openings. Let me first pick the openings. Since I want the same 1.2, so I'll need that opening here, which will let me to these two rooms. Then also I'll need another opening here to the closet. But for this one, I'll give it 900. Let me give it 1 meter. 1 meter, then I can move it, Control D, can move it just here. So I have my closet here, then side to the washroom, come back to my ground floor. I pick these doors. I'm picking the parameters, that means I'm picking even the door settings. Come back to my first floor. So I'm going to enter my master bedroom from here, the walk-in closet, the washroom. Then for this room, I'll enter from here. Then this one, I'll enter from here. This one, I'll enter from here. Then these two, I'll enter from here, same way. And move this, Control D, maybe to be in line with that one down. Control D. You escape several times. So I need also, this is a common washroom, so I'll have my door here. I come back, I pick parameters of this washroom door, come back up here on the first floor. So I'll have my door right here, which enters in the bathroom stroke washroom. The same here. The same here. I'll also have that. Then this one, we have not yet created its washroom. Let me pick parameters of the wall. I'm going to separate this side. Let me draw this. This is 1 point. Let me give this 1.5. 3.3, 1.5. Then I separate also this to have the wardrobe, then washroom, the walk-in closet. So this can be, let me try 2 meters, 1.3 for the closet. I pick parameters of this opening, come here. I'm going to have, I'll have my closet here, then the washroom here. So I pick my washroom door, pick its parameters. I have it right there. So now the next thing I'm having, and this is the 3D sofa. This is the 3D sofa. So now let us go with this room. Will have the master bedroom is going to have a shade. Okay, so now we are going to do the windows. Yes, we are going to have the windows. So I need a window on this room, and also here, and also this side of the washrooms. So I'll come under windows. This is the window tool. I click on it, I double click here. It also have the same settings like the doors. Now we have basic windows, then empty windows, then historic windows, single, double, hang windows, sliding windows. So we want sliding windows. I'll come under sliding windows. Sliding windows, I can go with this one with three sashes. I can click on this. Then under settings, I'm going to give this is the width. You can go with 2.5. Then the height, our beam level is at 2.5. I'm going to give it 2 meters. The ceiling height, I'm going to give it 2 meters. Sorry. Then the ceiling height will be 500. Then the sliding door settings. Now there are quite a number of settings. So always make sure the 3D detail level is full. That means whatever settings you're doing will appear here. So we have the searches. You can have 3, 2. So the upper middle search, we have fixed glass. So there are quite a lot of settings. The frame, we want an uniform frame, you tick on it. You go in front, edit search, we want these ones to be having no grid. Yeah, uniform search. Yeah, so all these settings you can look through them when you have the time. Yes. This one, if you don't want to see those lines, you can first override them, then you untick them. Yeah, so you say okay. Now I want that window here. So I have that window there, then also that same window here, then also the same window. No, we are going to have our TV units here, so we are leaving this space to be like that. Then for the kitchen, we are going to have another type of window. Click here. I'm going to go with this first one, and this full. Then I preview the settings, 1.5, 1.5. So this will be 1 meter. That is the sill height. I come, I will have my window on this side. I have my window there. Then for the pantry, it is going to be open. Yeah. Then we also have here the washroom. I can come, I look for the type of door I'm going to use. I'm going to use a basic window. I'll come under basic window. I'll look for this window 27. The width I can give it 1 meter. Then for the width I can go with 700. Then the height I give it 1 meter. So that means, the height 1 meter. That means the sill height will be 1.5. Yeah, so for the base settings, this one, and give this full. I say okay. I come, I have that window here. I also have the same window here, the washroom. I come to my first floor. I have the same window here on this side. Then also here. And also one here for the washroom. So I come back to my ground floor. I pick parameters of these big windows. Come to first floor. I'll have 1 here for this bedroom. Then I'll have 1 here as well. Make sure this is in line. Control D. Hold on Shift. Put it in line. And for this one, for this room, let me have this window, the one I had on the kitchen. So I click there, come back to my first floor. I'll have it right here. I check on my 3D. Yes, this is what I have in the 3D. So we have to do some settings on these windows. Yeah, these are also good windows, but we can do some settings on them. Yeah, so that we move instead of 350, so we are going to move this. We want to leave up to be 300 since it is 2 meters, so we can have this at 1.7. I say okay, so we have that. So I'm going to pick parameters of this. I inject it, so this is injecting the parameter. Inject it in this. It copies all the parameters. Escape all the parameters of this into this. So I'll do the same also here. For this, I'll pick also this one. I come and pick, then I inject. I inject it in this. Okay, let me set this, Control T. Go back, I give this 1.7. Say okay, moves up. The same here, I give this 1.7. Go back. Sorry, go back here, 1.7. I apply, I say okay. So this is what we have. Check some settings on this one. Can leave this to be uniform. Yes, that is okay. We can remove these opening lines. Come here, opening lines. I overwrite. I untick them. The same to this. Control T. I come and drop down opening lines. Click on this and check. Then also for the doors, the same thing. I don't want to see these lines, so you override this, you untick this, you click, Control T. For the settings, you come back here. I don't want to see those opening lines. I come tick this, I uncheck the opening lines. For the openings, I want the same, so I can just pick this. I come, then inject it in this. Then also the same thing here. I'll come pick this. I inject it in this one. Inject put it in that. So for this one, I will not have to set again. Pick this, come here, do that. Come back to my ground floor. I'm going to have on my staircase, we are going to have also some glass there. Can go with this vertical multi-search, click on it, then I come here, I make it full under 3D detail level, so I can first press OK. Then I want the height, I want it to be at 3 meters. No, this is the width. The width is to be 1.5. Then it should be at 3 meters. So the ceiling height, and first leave 1.5 and see. First check in the 3D. This is going up to up, so that means we have to delete this wall. Click on this upper wall, I delete it, so I move this wall up to the first floor. How do I move it? There are two ways I can move it. Can either do that in 3D, whereby I just click on this wall, I come at the end, I get any black node, then I come, select on this stretch height, then I come, I move it up to there. So I can adjust on the height, Yes, we can go with this. Come back on my ground floor. We have finished to do our openings for our plan, both on the ground floor as well as the first floor. We are going to add our floor slabs to this building. So let us start right away. We come to our ground floor right here. Then for the slab, you come to design. You drop down under design. Then for the slab tool, it is right here. You click on it. When you click on your slab tool, it has 3 geometrical methods of drawing it. The first one being the polygonal method. This is how it operates. When you click on it, it is continuous. It is a line which is continuous that you can draw to any shape you desire. Then the second one is a rectangular method, whereby you click on one, it is one click, then you move your cursor to form the rectangle you want. Then the third one, it is also a rectangular method. It is a rotated rectangular method, whereby you click 2 points, click 1, 2, then you move your cursor. That is our third geometrical method of drawing the floor slab. Then under the plane reference, we have the top and also the bottom line reference. Then under structure, we shall use the first one. Then here, this is where we add the materials from. When you drop down, there are quite a number of materials. So you choose your best. But for the slab, of course, it is always concrete. So we are going to go with the concrete structure as our material, which is this one, or you can go with just concrete. Yeah, but let us go with concrete structure. Then these are settings where this is the bottom and top. Then the story. Currently we are now ground floor. It is ground floor. Then how high do you want it, or how low do you want it? That is from the bottom. This is the dimension. Then this is the thickness of the slab. If you want it at an angle, that if you want to customize an angle for it, you come to this option, then you customize that angle. But for this case we are using a flat one. Then the surface, we change the material from here. That is for the surface. In case this is the top surface, you come still look for the material. For this case we are going with tiles 30 by 30. This is for the internal slab, and we are going to finish it with tiles. Then the structure, this is for the sides, then also the bottom. Yeah, you can play around with all these materials. You can look for your best. Yeah, basically that is it for this one. So let us start with drawing it. We are going to go with the first method, being the polygonal method, because our building is not a rectangle, is not a defined shape. So this one will help us mark off all the required dots. So we are going with this first method of construction. Then also for the materials, that is okay. Then the distance we are going with to be at 0. Then for the thickness of the slab, we shall use 150. Yes, so we can go on and start the construction. When you look at your cursor and you see the cross sign, stroke plus sign, then you know that you've activated. So you come here. We are going to draw it on the outside faces of our walls. So I pick this, I come here, pick this, pick this, pick this, pick this point. I pick this point as well, come here up, I pick this point, come here, I pick this, I pick this, pick this, I come and finish from here. So when I come and check on my slab in a 3D, this is what we have. Yeah, I can first escape and delete these ones. Yes, this is the slab we have created on our ground floor. So we shall need also a slab for the first floor. I'll do the same thing. I'll come to my first floor, click on the first floor. I come here under design, I look for the slab tool. It is right here. Click on it. The same settings. So it is here where there is a floor, linked stories, home story. So the current story is first floor. It is starting at 0. So you're on the right track. So I'll come. For this one, I'll draw it inside. I hold on to my shift so that even if I move my cursor, my line is at 0 degrees. So I'll come, pick this, hold shift, I come pick this. I'm picking the internal surfaces of the walls. I hold on to shift, I hold on to shift, sorry, I come and put it there, so I move it. come here, hold on to shift. I just want to get this straight line. I come, mark off that, then come, I close it from where I started from. So when you come on our first floor, yeah, the slab is right there, but you realize the slab is cutting through our staircase. That means we are going to go with that slab at the staircase. So how do we do that? Yeah, we select, press escape, come and select our slab. I'm going to cut off this part where we have our staircases. So there are many ways I can cut this off, or I can simply just move these nodes. I come on this blue line, I click on it, then I offset this edge. So I'll offset it inwards. So that is what I will have. Then I'll offset also this side to here, so that I don't have these faces to there. So when I check on my staircases, yeah, that is what I have. So I'm done with those slabs. Now I need to hide. I can either move these walls down here to hide this slab, or I can extend this slab this side, then I change it, I give it the same material with this. But let me just move it down so that I hide it. That means I'll have to cut this wall, so that I only move this wall down. I can cut it from the first floor. Let me see where it is exactly. First floor. Yeah, I need to see what is down. I press or type Alt F2. That is to trace my ground floor, so that I know where exactly I'm going to cut this from. I come, I click on my wall, I split or I adjust. For this case, I want to split this wall. So I'll come, this axe, this is the split tool. I click on it. I will want to split it here. So I'll split that wall. So when I come to my 3D, I have this wall split already. So I can move it down to -150. Since my slab is 150, so I'll move it -150 to close that slab. The same way, that is what I will do to this. I will move it -150, -150. I move it down, keep rotating. I'll do the same to this. This one I'll have to split it. I come back to my first floor. I click on it, I split it. I want to split it here. Get this point, I draw my line, I split it. Come back to my 3D, I move it down -150. I do the same here. I can either come here, I pick the parameters of this one, then I inject in this one, so that it just copies all its parameters. So this is what we have. Then what is remaining? So we need to work on our entrances, but to start with, we need to do our foundation plinth walls. So what do? Come back to our we come to our foundation floor. You click on it. So this foundation floor, we need to trace what is up. So when I click on Alt F2, it has traced something below my foundation level. But remember, we don't have anything below our foundation level, and we want to trace something up. So we come here under trace, you drop down under choose reference. We are going to choose the above current story. So when you click on it, it will trace the ground floor. So we are going to draw our plinth walls. You come to walls under our wall tool. It is under design. You click on it. Yeah, I think we're having the same wall. It is already there. Setting. It is going up to the ground floor. So we come and draw it. Come here. We are going to trace it in all our walls. You do this for all the walls. Hold on to shift. So we are going to move this one. It is not in line with the above wall. So you click or you type Ctrl D, that is for dragging. You come, you drag from this point to that point. Then we need to join these two walls. I hold on to shift, I select two or select multiple with this, then I join them. I'll need to join this wall to this one, so I can simply just click on this wall, then I move it. I come to this node at the extreme end, then I can move it up to there. The same way, I'll need to have another wall here. I come, I pick parameters, so I'll pick this. I come and have it here, have it there. Then I also need this one. I have it there. I'll have this as well. I join it there. I have this one. Join it. I come draw this one as well. Join it. Then I come to this. So for this one, I can just click on this. I come and select on this as well. After holding on my shift, then I join the two. When I go into my 3D, I have my foundation walls. Yeah, my plinth walls. So for these plinth walls, remember, I gave my foundation to be at 1500. So they're exactly at that, the plinth walls. But I will move them down so that we leave this slab. So I'll come, pick this. I come to story settings. So I'll come under this upper one. It is showing us that it's from the foundation floor to the ground floor. So I'll come under ground floor, I drop down, then I click on not linked. So when I click on not linked, I will subtract the slab thickness, which is 150 from 1650. So when I subtract that, I'll remain with 1500. Then I'll have my plinth wall below this. So that means I will have this for all these other walls. So I can simply come to my foundation level, select all the walls, then I look for this wall, I unselect it by holding on to my shift. Then I come here where there is linked, I unlink it. It was linked to the ground floor, and I put here 1500. So that means all my walls have come down. Press escape. Then there is this one remaining. I do the same. Why is this one still up? Let me check it out. This one is not in line with this wall, so I'll come and check it on my ground floor. You realize this wall is not in a straight line, so I'll come hold on to my shift so that I make it straight. Then I'll come and click on this, I hold on to shift, I click on this, I join the two. When I come in my 3D, I'll realize it is in straight line. So let me rotate around my building to see all my plinth walls. Yes, this is good. It's great. Next, we are working on the entrance and also the back exit. For the back exit, we understand this is our kitchen, this is our pantry, so we are going to have a veranda slab around here and also steps around it. Then our entrance at the front, we are going to have also a veranda slab, steps, and besides it we shall create a ramp. Now let me first change the material, this slab. I click on it, right click, go to slab selection settings, I click on it, then I come under model, I go to the bottom one, I drop down, I look for any color or any material or paint I want to give it. For this particular one, let me give it stucco white fine. Can go with that. I escape, so I have something like that. Yeah, to start with, I'll open our ground floor. This is our ground floor. I'm going to have the veranda, the steps, and then the ramp besides our steps. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first draw my lines. These lines are going to help me determine or to mark off where exactly I want my slab to be, where I want my steps to be, my ramp to be, and also give dimensions so that when I come to place the slabs, it will become very easy for us. So I'll come to under document, I drop down, I look for the line tool. The line tool is right here. I click on it. The line tool has 4 geometrical methods of drawing it. The first one is called the single method, whereby you just click on line, it draws one single line. Then the next one is a chained method, whereby when you click on it, it goes on picking points up to where you want your line to stop. Then the third one is the rectangular method. This first rectangular method is a single tap or a single click, whereby you click once, then you move your cursor, then you can give dimensions according. Then the third one is a rotated rectangular method, which is a double click or double tap. You click one, you click on the second point, then you move your rectangle or square. Then the line type, it's a solid line. You can drop down, there are quite a number of lines you can use. but I'm going to use the solid line. Then this is the color, which also has its weight. Then the arrowhead, that is when you want to have arrows on your lines, but for this case I don't need the arrows. Yeah, those are basically the settings for the lines. So I'll click, or I'll select all these lines, I delete them. Select this, I delete. Let me start right away demarcating how I want my entrance to appear and my exit to appear. I come choose the line tool. I'm going to use the rectangular method to mark off my slab at the front. So I'll come here, I move down, I move this side. So I'll give dimensions. I can press tab. The first tab, it is that dimension 1. So the first dimension 1 is okay, 5200. Then I press tab again to get the second dimension. I want it to be 1.2. I'll give it 1.2. I press enter. Then I'll need also to have my steps. Let me have my ramp on this side. I'll come here, pick this point, then I drop down. The first tab, I'll give it 1.2, that is the width. Then a second tab, I'll give it 2 meters, 2000. So I'll have that. Now next, I want to have my steps around here. So let me draw so for the steps. Let me start from here. I'll make this 2.5. I press tab, 2.5. Then the tread, that is the step, I'll give it 3 meters. Sorry, I'll give it 300 millimeters. Click on tab, 300. I enter. So the next one, I can offset. Let me first check the distance. I measure. This is the measuring tool, or I can type M on my keyboard. I come and measure this distance. This is 4.6, but I want this to be, I want to leave a gap of 600 here. So I'll come select this line, hold on to shift, select this, this and this, and I control D. Control D is for dragging. I drag it here, control D again, I move it this side, 600. This will be the last step up. So I'm going to drag another copy of this. So that means I click, I'll have to drag another copy of this. So I click on it, right click, come to move, then I drag a copy. The shortcut for dragging a copy is Ctrl Shift D. So I'll drag this here, then I'll drag it again, Ctrl D. I drag it this side, 300. I enter. But let me just have these steps all the way. Let me just have this to come up to here. Hold on to shift up to there. Then I'll have also this. Let me move this a bit in front, backwards actually. So I Ctrl D, I come, move it here, I join this, hold on to shift, I join this with this, I come, move this, Control D, I move it in this line. I'll join this, shift, I join these two. I want this one to come up to there. So I'll draw another line. I'll come here, I'll draw another line from here. Now I'll go to this method, I'll draw another line there. So I'll Control Shift D, I'll drag a copy of this line, 300. So I'll join this last, I'm going to have only 2 steps. I'll join this one with this. I hold on to the shift, I join them, I join this with this. Yes, I have my 2 steps here. Then the veranda shade, this will be my ramp. So I come back to the exit, I come to my line tool, I click on it. I'm going to use this method, the rectangular method. Click on it. So I'm going to draw my slab. I want it to be 6 meters by 1 meter. So this will be, press tab, 6 meters, that is 36000. Then tab again, 1 meter. I enter. Then I'll have to offset for the steps. Click on this. I Control Shift D. I move it this side. I give it 300. I enter. Also the same to this, Control Shift D. I give it 300. Enter. This the same thing, Control Shift D. 300. Enter. Control Shift D. 300. Enter. I'll join this last one. I hold on to shift with this. This with this. Let me draw another line here so that I have this step reach somewhere here. I go to this method. So I'll join this one. Click on this. I'll join this one. I'll make this stop somewhere here. So I'll draw my line again. My line tool. I come, stop somewhere here. Control Shift D. I move it here. I offset 300. So I'll join this. Hold on to shift with this. I join this. This, hold on to shift with this. And for this last step, it has to cover up to here. So I'll join this, shift with this. I join it like that. So now I want to draw my slab veranda. So I'll come to under design, I'll come to slab. I pick my slab tool, I click on it. For the settings are okay. So there are 3 geometrical methods of drawing the slab. The first one is the polygonal method, whereby you pick different points till you join the slab. Then the second one, rectangular, we have looked at that. The third one is rotated rectangular, you pick 2 points, then you move. Yes. So I'm going to delete these ones. I'm going to go with, when I click on the slab, you can either use this rotated rectangular method, whereby you just come, then you do this and get our slab. But then that is a long process, though it may look short. We are going to use the magic tool. The magic tool is the space key on our keyboard, whereby when I've selected or I've clicked on the slab tool and I've done all my settings, I don't need to draw here. That's why we did the lines before. So we shall just have to come, after clicking on the slab tool, you come, you hold on to your space key, you click on this space. When you hold on to your space key, you'll see that it will highlight where the slab will be traced, but we need to change it. So we want it to be from our ground floor, it is going to be lower than our floor slab, so it is going to be at -150. So you come here in this space, you hold your space key like that, you click on it. It has already given us the slab. You come here also, click on it. So when you come and check that in our 3D, this is what we have. Then for the steps, we are going to do the same. This step here is going to be -300. You come here, you change the dimensions, -300. Then you come, you hold on to your space button, you come to this space, you give it that, you come here also, you click to that. So when you come to our 3D, you're seeing we have that. Then you come back, we are going to have another one, so that will be -450. Sorry, -450. So we shall have that here. You come, you pick this, you come, pick that. So when you come to your 3D, this is what you have. As you can see, this is what we have. Press escape, but remember we need to cover up. Let's first rotate. We need to cover up this space at the bottom. So I can either click on this, then I'm going to move the edge or to offset the edges. I come, after clicking on this slab, I come to this blue line, I click on it, and I come and choose this offset edge. That means I'm only going to move that edge of that blue line. I click on it, I want to move it, I hold on to my shift, I want to move it up to here. So I have that, and I rotate. I don't want to leave space. I'm going to move also this one. I move this up to there. I need to move also this one up to there. I rotate. So I need to cover up this gap. What do? I click on this slab. I'm going to add a node. I click on this blue line. Then I come to this first point which tells us to insert a new node. So when I click on it, I come and insert. I hold on to my shift. I insert my node here. So I come back to this blue line. I want to move this one, and I offset the edge. I offset it to this. While I hold on to my shift, I come pick this corner. I have something like that. can rotate, check around. This is what I have. So I want also to hide these ones in this view. I click on this slab, I move the edge up to this corner, escape, come back here. Yes, for this one is okay. So I'm going to add my plinth wall for this part. I want to hide this. So I come to my foundation level, it is right here. So remember, we want to draw the plinth walls here, but we need to get them from up, that is from the ground floor. So to see what is up, we want to trace what is up. You come here under this trace, you click on it, then you come, so it is not clicked, you click on it, or you type Alt F2 on your keyboard. So you come and drop down. We have clicked on it, but we can't see what is up. So that means it is tracing what is below, and below we don't have anything. So you come, you drop down, and I choose reference. We are going to choose above current story. The current story is foundation floor. So above it, that is the ground floor. You click on it. So here we are able to see what is up. So I come, I'll use this pick parameter tool. I'll come pick this, then I'll draw it here. Sorry, I'll draw it here. Okay, so for this one I'll have to move it. Ctrl D, I move it downwards up to here. I will have to join this. Hold on to Shift, I join these two. I will need also another one here to hide here. I come, I pick parameters, so I'll draw another one here. So I'll move it the other side to touch where my veranda slab is stopping. Ctrl D, I move it up to there. So when I come to 3D, I'll have something like this. I'll have something like this. And this one, I don't know why it came back. Let me move it again. I think when I was typing Ctrl Z, I did it several times. So we have this, but I'll need this to come down a little bit. So I can click on it. I click on this black node. Then I come to this second option, which is called stretch height. So when I click on it, I can stretch the height of my wall. So I want it to end at this level. I'll do the same this side behind. But for behind I can leave it to overlap, because we are going to have some guardrails around there. Next, I want to add the ground. Yeah, for the ground, because now our house is hanging. It is hanging in the air. So we are going to add our ground. How do we do that? We come under design, we look for the mesh tool. The mesh tool is this one. This is the mesh tool. So we shall have to do that from the foundation level. So I come under foundation, I come to the mesh tool, I click on it. The mesh tool has also 4 geometrical methods. The first one being the polygonal method, then the rectangular method, then the rotated rectangular method, and also a regular slope. But we have looked through all these geometrical methods when we are doing the slab, so it is the same methods. Then the structure, this is the structure, we can go with this one. Then the material, of course, generic environment. Yeah, then the thickness, 1 meter. Then this is the offset from the foundation level. Let us first draw it using, let us use this rotated rectangular method. Here I'll click 2 points up to somewhere here, then I drop down. I come to my 3D. When I come to my 3D, this is what I have. But then I realize my ground is way down, so I'll need to move it up. There are 2 ways you can move it up. You can either just click on it, then you go and adjust in the dimensions. For instance, if I give this 900, the offset, it has moved up. Then when I Ctrl Z, I can either just click on it, then come pick this blue line. I pick this black line, then I come here. This means, or I can click on it, then I Ctrl D. Ctrl D, that is for moving it. When I click on that, it has 3 axes. We have the first being the Z axis. This is the Z axis, which is highlighted in yellow. Then we have also the Y axis. This is the X axis when you want to move it this side. Then we also have the Y axis when you want to move it this side. So when you want to move it in the Z axis, you hold on to your shift so that it doesn't move even if you move your cursor. So I want it in the Z axis, the Z axis at that point. So I'll have it there. When I rotate, this is what I have for the ground. Let me give it the material of grass or green. I click on it, I right click or type Ctrl T on the keyboard. I come here, I select image selection settings, then I come under model, then I come look for grass. I'll type in grass. I'll go with this grass green, click on it, say OK. So I have this green grass where my house is sitting. Now I want to add the ramp. So for the ramp, there are many ways we can achieve a ramp. Yeah, but I'm going to show you the easiest way. We can use a morph tool to come up with our ramp, or we can use the real ramp. We go to under object, then you just type in ramp. You type in ramp, you look for it. Yeah, there is the curved ramp, also the straight ramp. For this case, you go with the straight ramp, then you do its settings, but that is a long procedure. So I want to show you a simple method of using a morph. Then in the next episode, I will show you how we can use the real ramp and we achieve it through all its settings. So I think we can go with this plinth wall, since I want our ramp to touch exactly here. on our foundation level, let me first measure this distance. Actually, it is from the ground level, I guess, where the ramp is starting from. The measure tool is here, or you type M on the keyboard, then you can see the dimension. We have 2 meters, that is its length. Then the width, I guess, is 1.2. Yes, so we are going to use a morph tool. For the morph tool, we need to cut a section or an elevation. For this case, let us draw an elevation where we want to have this morph tool, where we want to have this ramp. So I'll come to viewpoint. For this case, I can choose elevation. This is the elevation tool. The first one is section, then the second is elevation. So I'll come, then I draw my elevation here. I can face this side, and I click on it. I right click, I open with current view settings. So this is our elevation. For the ramp, I guess it is here up to here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw my lines in the elevations. I'm going to draft with my lines. I come to document, I drop down, I look for the line tool, I click on it, and I come and draw my ramp from the elevation. Stop there. Come pick this geometrical method, the chain method. Come hold on to shift so that I can get this point up to there. So I have this as my ramp. So what I do, I come to my morph tool. My morph tool is under design. So when I drop down in design, I look for the morph tool. The morph tool is here. I click on it. Then I'm going to use the magic tool, that is holding my space button. So I can simply hold on my space button and I pick this shape. Then I click. So I've created my morph. When I come to my 3D, let me open the 3D. This is the morph. But then you find it is just a single line. I need to give it dimensions, and we already know the dimensions we need. So I'll come, click on it, then I click on any point, either this one or the downer one, any. So let me go with this upper one. Then I come here, I choose this tube. I click on tube. I'm going to give it the width, which is 1.2. The length, we already gave it in the elevation, which is 2 meters. So I click on my enter. But remember, you click enter on your keyboard 2 times. The first click is to activate the distance. Then the second click is to deactivate, that is to remove the command. So I'll click 2 times, 1, 2. So I'll have my morph. My morph has gotten us the ramp. So this means I can just move this ramp to this place so that I place it right. I click on it, I Ctrl D, or I right click, I come to move, I drag. A shortcut for dragging is Ctrl D. So I pick this point, then I hold on to my shift so that it doesn't move. I come to this point, I put it there. So I have my ramp. That is my ramp. I can give it material, I can assign material to it. I click on it, I Ctrl T or right click, then I go to morph settings. Under morph settings I come to under model, then I click this brush, I click on it, then I'll give it material. If I can give our ramp, I can give it tiles. Click on tiles, then I choose the tiles I can use. Can go with this textile tile. Click on it, I say okay. So that means I've given it material. That is our ramp. We are going to work on the facades of our building. At the same time, we shall do the roofing. Yeah, so let us dive into the design. Let me go to my ground floor. Yeah, this is my ground floor. I'll click on it. For this ground floor, remember we are going to have an outdoor parking around here just after our steps. So I will first use the line tool to demarcate how I want my parking to work. Then also I'll go on adding some ducts around the building. Yeah, so let me start with the lines. I come under document, I pick the line tool, click on it. Now I want my duct to offset from this main wall. I want it to offset 1 meter. So let me first Ctrl D for dragging this line. I Ctrl D back, I move it 1 meter, 100. Then the same way, I'm assuming my cars are parking here from this step. So I'll need a distance. Let me give it a distance of 5.5 meters in front. So I'll Ctrl Shift D, that is for moving a copy. I'll give it 5.5. Actually, even 5 meters. Can go with 5 meters. Enter. So that means I will want my parking to stop here. Then for the duct, I'm going to put here my duct. Let me first extend this wall. When I click on it, I can simply come, pick this node, then I use this first option, which stretches the end. I just come, I stretch it up to here. Or if I don't want to do that, let me Ctrl Z. I can click on the wall, then I come and adjust it. Click on this, I adjust it to this line, so it will definitely reach here. So let me create a duct here. I'll come, pick this wall, I draw it here. So for this wall, let me give it 150 thickness instead of 200. 150. Then I'll come, Ctrl D, I'll move it here. I'll join the two. I hold on to Shift, I join these two. Then this one, I also want it 150, so I'll just pick parameters of this wall of 150. I come and I inject it in this one. So that means this is also 150. So I'll give it a distance, or the duct width, I'll give it 300. I'll go with 300. Yeah, since I'm going to have a lot of ducts, I can give it 300. I click on the wall, come pick this, holding shift, I join them, I extend this wall to this one, I click on it, I come and adjust from here. This is the adjust tool, I click on it, I adjust it, I pick the middle, since my lines were drawn in the middle. Then I also need a column which will work at the same time as a duct for me. So I'm going to pick parameters of this 150mm thick wall to use it for the duct. I'll pick this. I come draw it like this. Let me use this. Sorry, let me use this second geometrical method, the chain geometrical method. I'll do this, hold on shift to make sure it is straight. I'm going to give it 300. Then the length, let me give this 1 meter. I join the two. So let me join all of them at once. I come and intersect. So I'll select all of them so that I move them in line. Let me first join these two lines. I click on this one, then I hold on shift, I come and click on this, I intersect them. So I'll want this to be at the corner so that they're in line. Control D, that is to move the selected. Come, move it there. So I'll have my cars come, or my single car, then parks there. Let me extend this wall a bit in front. Let me pick my lines. I come under document, I click on the line tool, I draw my line there, Control D, I go back, let me move it at 1.5. So I'm going to extend this wall in front. Hold on shift so that it remains in a straight line. So I'll have my car packed here, then you shall have some planters around here and also this side. And let me increase on my ducts, on the length of the ducts. Let me give this 1.2. I type enter on the keyboard. So I'll join the three, hold on to shift, I select all the three, I join them. So I'll need also another duct around this corner. And let me also create a duct around here so I can extend this wall. Let me first pick the line tool. Control D, that is for dragging. I hold on to shift so that is in line. Control D, I move it back. I give it a distance of 1 meter. 0, enter. So I extend this up to here. Then I'll come, pick the parameters of this 150mm thick wall like this. Then I come and draw it here. Hold on to shift that I'm in line. So I'll move this a bit to reach my line like that. I select the two, I join them. Then for the distance, I can give it 250. Sorry, 250. Then I type enter on the keyboard. So I join the two. I have something like that at the back. So let us go to 3D and we check out what we have done so far. So this is what we have, but remember we need this wall to reach down. We can either have the wall in the foundation or to just move this wall down, but it's always better to have it also from the foundation. So I'll come to my foundation floor, I click on it, I type Alt F2 for tracing. So I want to trace above my foundation level. That means I want to trace the ground floor. So Alt F2, yeah, the wall is already traced. So for this particular wall, which is around here, I can draw it, then I will move it in 3D. So I pick parameters of this wall. Actually, this wall comes up to here. Yes. Then I'll pick parameters. I'm going to draw the duct here. Then I'll adjust it from the 3D. I enter. So when I come back to my 3D, for this wall, I will just move it to be in line with this. I come, click on this node, then I stretch the length. So I'll stretch the length up to here. Good. I come this side to also work on these ones. So these ones are 150. I'll select the 4. I give them thickness of 150. I change from here 150 mm. Enter. Escape several times. So I'll move this wall to come in line with this one. So I type Ctrl D on the keyboard, that is to move. Ctrl D. I come and move it in this line. The same to this, Ctrl D. I come, move it at that point. Rotate this side. Click on this, Ctrl D. I'll come and move it at this point. Now I rotate this side the same way. I'll click on this, Ctrl D. I will move it at this corner. So now I can join my walls. I hold on to Shift, I select multiple. So I join this, rotate around, I come, I join this also as well. Hold on to Shift, select multiple. So I'll have something like that. That is for the front. Remember, we have a shade for our master bedroom up. So I'm going to create a slab. I come to my first floor. I'm going to trace the ground floor. How do I trace the ground floor? I type Alt F2 on the keyboard. So it is not showing me the ground floor. Let me come here. I choose preference. I come to below current story. So that means I can see what is down. That is the ground floor. The current story is first floor. So now I'm going to draw my slab around here. I'll come to the slab tool. It is under design. I click on it. I'm going to sketch out my slab. I'm going to use this method, the geometrical method of drawing it, which is called a polygonal method. It is the first method. I'll click on it. I'm going to draw it from here. I come mark off here, get it here. I hold on to shift. I want it in line with this. I come up to there. I draw it like this. I come here. I join it here, back here. Hold on to shift so that is in line. Pick this, then finish from where I started from. So I have my slab like that. So when I come to the 3D, this is what I have. Yeah, so I'm going to edit it. I'm going to give it thickness. I click on it. I'm going to give it 500 thick. 500 thick. Then it is going to start. So now I'm going to move it up so that it stops at 0 on our first floor. So I come, after clicking on it, I type Ctrl D on the keyboard. I right click, I click on it, I right click, I come to move, I drag it. So I'm going to drag it up. I hold on to shift, I drag it up to there. So I can rotate. This is what I have. I'm going to extend these walls down. So I click on one wall, I get any point. For this case, I can go with this point, and I'm going to stretch the height. So I click on this, I move it down. I hold on to shift so that it is in line up to there. Now I can copy parameters and I inject it in these other walls. So I'll come, I copy parameters of this wall, then I inject it in this. I inject it in this. I come, I inject it in this one as well. Then inject in this. I inject in this one. I inject in this one. Sorry, Ctrl Z. I inject in this one. Then for this one, I'll move it because it doesn't have the same parameters. It is 200 millimeter thick. So I will just simply click on it. I move it down. I stretch the height up to this level. No, Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z. I rotate. So that means I'm going to split this wall so that it does not affect the wall of our entrance. So I'll come to my ground floor. I'm going to split this wall to cut it. So the split tool is the axe. So after selecting the wall, I come at the axe, I click on it. So I'll split it at this point. I want to split it from here. Click on this. I've finished split it. I'm going to join these two. I come back up here. So I'll adjust the height of this one. I click on one node. Yeah, it's already in the stretch height. So I stretch it. I hold on to shift. I come at this point. I'll stretch it at that point. Now I'm going to edit this slab in 3D. I click on it. I'm going to move the edge. I'm going to offset this edge. I click on this blue line. I come and pick this fourth method, which is offset edge. I click on it. I offset it. I hold on to shift. I offset it in that line. In the same way, I need to offset it also under here. So I'll come, pick this. I come to the blue line up, click on it. It is already in offset edge. Hold on to shift. I'll offset it at that point. When I rotate, this is what I have. Then for this one, I'll move it down, of course, but I'll have to cut it also. I'll have to split it so that it does not affect the main wall. So I'll come to my ground floor. I come right here, I click on this wall, I split it. This is the split tool. Come, I split it at that point. So when I come to my 3D, I select this wall, I stretch the height, I pick it, I hold on to shift, I pick that wall down. Now let's give material for our slab. I click on it, I Ctrl T, that is for the settings, Ctrl T. Up, I'll leave the tiles, I can go with these tiles. Then for the structure, I want to make it white. Let it just be white. Also down, white. Type OK. I will have something like this. But to be uniform, let me check the walls, the material they have. Click on one wall, Ctrl T. I come under model. The material is paint glossy white. Okay. So I'll give the same material to the slab. Ctrl T. I'll look for paint glossy white. I just type here paint glossy white. Where is it? It's here. Come down here. I type in paint glossy white. I say OK, so that we have something uniform. After that, the same way, we shall need to drop down or to create foundation for this wall we had created here. So I'll come to my foundation level. I can simply extend this wall. It is in the foundation. Click it there. Then I'll draw these walls of 150 meters. I'll come and pick parameter of this. I draw here. Then I'll come and adjust in the 3D. I click on this one, Ctrl D, I pick a point. So I want to move it, Ctrl D, I want to move it at this point, there. So I join that to this, I hold on to shift, I click on this, I join the two, I rotate this side, click on this, Ctrl D, I pick this point, can move it there. Then I extend this one, I'm going to stretch the length, hold on to shift, I stretch it at that level. So I'll have something like this. This is for the front. Then next, let us work on the back. Remember, so for the back we are going to have the shade around here. I'll also add the slab, the top slab. So I'll come to my first floor, I click on it, I'm going to draw a slab. I come under design, I pick slab. I'm going to draw my slab from here. Back, I want it to be in line with this. Click that, come here, join this, then finish from here. So I'll come to my 3D, I'll have this slab, but then I want to copy parameters of this slab to this one. So I'll come, I pick parameters of this, I inject it in this slab. So I'll have that slab like that. Then the same way, I'll drop these walls down. I click on this, I make sure it is not connected to the inside wall. So that means I have to split it. I come back to my ground floor. I click on this specific wall. Then I split it. This is the split tool. I click on it. I come and split it at this point. So when I come back to my 3D, this wall is alone. It is not connected to the inside wall. So I'll come, I move the height. So I'll stretch the height up to this level. Same way I'll stretch the height of these ones up to that level. The same up to that level. I rotate, so I have something like this. Then the same way we need to add the foundation for these ducts. So I'll come back to the foundation level. I pick parameters of these foundation walls. Let me first join the two, shift, I join these. So I pick parameters of this one here. I'll adjust in 3D. Then for this one I'll move it in front, come back to 3D. I click on this wall, Ctrl D, that is for moving the wall. I put it right there. I click on it, click on this one, hold on to shift, I join the two, I rotate. I'm going to move, adjust this wall, Ctrl D, I can pick it here, I put it at that point, I join them, click this, hold on to shift, with this wall, I join them. Then I'm going to stretch the length of this wall. I can pick this point, I stretch the length, I hold on to shift, I stretch it at that point. So behind this is what we shall have. We shall have some planters here. So I'm going to add parapet walls around this slab. The same way I'll add some parapet walls on the behind slab. So I'm going to come to my first floor level, I click on it, I come to the wall tool, I click on the wall tool. I'm going to use a wall of 150. So for this case, instead of center, I can give my reference as outside face, so that I can just use this slab. So I'll draw like this, I come here, I draw this, I'm just picking at the outside faces of the slab, then I'll draw it up to there. Same way, I'll come pick here, pick there, up to there. So we did not set the height of the wall. Here the wall height is 1500, but I didn't want to set because I wanted we do it in 3D so that we can get a proper height. So when I click on this wall, it is not starting, it is starting at 0, but remember our slab is a bit down, so I'll Ctrl D, I move this wall down at -50, then I will give it a height of 200. Let me see this parapet. 200 looks big. I'm going to give it a height of 100. Yeah, 100 looks okay. So I'm going to copy parameters of this parapet wall and I inject it in all the other parapet walls. So I'll come here, I pick parameters, pick parameters of this, I inject it in this one. Same time I inject in this, I come, inject it in this one. I rotate around. So this one has to move up to this side. I click on it, Ctrl D, that is for dragging. I hold on Shift so that I'm in line. So I'll join this with this. I hold on Shift. I select both of them. I join them. I come, I pick parameters of this wall. I inject it in this wall. I inject in this one as well. Then I come, I inject also in that one. So I'll have something like this. So the water on this slab will be drained through this duct. Then in the similar way, the water on this slab will be drained through this duct and also this duct here. So I'll come change also this floor slab and this shade to have the same color down. Ctrl T for the settings. So I'll come to this last one, the bottom is the one I want to change. I'll give it paint glossy white. Say OK. So I have something uniform like that. For this specific house, we are going to have a flat roof since it is a modern design. So for the flat roof, that means we are going to just have a slab on top. I'll come to the roof level. This is our second floor level. This is the roof level. I click on it. So we are going to have our slab partitioned in two ways. Actually, let us first see where our ducts are. That means these ducts I've created, I'll have to make sure they go up to the roof so that they collect water from the roof. So that means I'll have to move them up. Let me delete this parapet. I come to my wall. I'm going to move it up. So I'm going to stretch the height. I come here. I stretch it up to there. That means this slab will also come back this side. So I'm going to offset the edge up to there. I'll move this up. Then I'll have to move this parapet. I'm going to stretch the length up to there. Then I will move this wall duct up. So I'm going to stretch the height up to somewhere there. I rotate around my building. So I'm going to do the same for this one so that it also collects water from the roof. I delete this parapet. I stretch the length of this one. It is the first option. I hold on Shift up to this point. and I'm going to do the same for the slab. So for the slab, I can click on any node, then I can cut. So I'm going to cut out this part. This is the subtraction from the polygon, so I'm going to subtract this. I zoom in, hold on shift, come to this. So I've subtracted, this is remaining. I can still do the same. I subtract this. Like that, or I can just offset the edge. So I'll make sure I have only one node here. I'll move this node. I come to this first option of move. I'll move the node to this one, so I'll have one single blue line. So I'm going to offset the edge. So I'll offset it up to this wall. So I'll stretch the height of this wall. I come here, I stretch the height. These are our duct walls. I click on this one, I stretch it up to there. Click on this, I stretch it up to there. So I think, so these two ducts will be able to drain water from our roof. So I'll come to the roof level. That is our second floor level. If you cannot trace what is below, that is the first floor, you type Alt 2 on your keyboard so that you can see what is down. So I'll come to my slab. I'm going to draw my slab. I'm going to use this first geometrical method, the polygonal method. Yeah, so I'm going to draw my slab from here. I hold on to shift. I draw it in the interior surfaces of the wall. I hold on to shift again. I come down here. Here up to there. Then also for this staircase, I also have its own slab. I can use the rectangular method since it is just a rectangle. I come, I finish it there. Then also this one is a rectangle. I come, finish it there. So we are going to have water drained from this slab to this duct. Then this one will be drained into this duct. Then for this one, we need to create for it a duct this side. So I'll come to my ground floor. Let me first check on my 3D. So in my 3D, I'll need to reduce the thickness of this slab. I'll give it 150. I'll want it at 3 meters and our floor to floor height is 3.5 and the thickness is 150. So we are going to drop down by 350. Negative 350, actually negative 450, so that we get the 3 meters. 450. And let me check in the 3D. Yeah, so I'm going to do the same to this. I'm going to copy parameters of this slab. I inject it in this one. I inject it in this one. Then now, since we are draining our water from here to this, I will need to move these walls down. This, and this one. So I'll click on this wall. I come to its settings, Ctrl T, or I just come where there is linked stories. I click on roof level. So we are not linking it to the roof level. I click on not linked. So I'm going to put it at 3 meters. So it is down. I'll do the same to this. I click on this, hold on to shift. I select this, this, this. I change here not linked. I give it 3 meters. I'm going to do the same for this. Click on it. I don't link it, not linked. I give it 3 meters. I'm going to do the same to this. I hold on to shift, I select multiple. I come here, not linked. I give it 3 meters. So that means my water from here will be drained through this duct. Then water from here will be drained through this duct. So I need to create a third duct to drain water from this roof. So I'll come to my ground floor. Since I'm having my washroom also here, I'm going to create my duct here. I'm going to create 2 ducts. So let me move this wall this side the same way with this. Hold on shift. I shouldn't forget to split the walls. I click on it, I come and split it at this point. The same way I'll do to this. I'll come, I split it. So I'm going to draw another wall. I'll come pick parameters of this wall of 150. So I'm going to draw them here. And also here. Hope I don't have another big window up. Yes, I only have the small window. So I come back to my ground floor. I'm going to give this space 200. Enter. Let me see this 200 also. Enter. So I'll move this side down. I Ctrl D after selecting the window. Ctrl D. I try to center it somewhere there. Move it again. So I'll adjust this to that. Then the length, I'll give it 1 meter. I join these 3 to form my duct. Then I'll join also these 3 to form the duct. Yeah, this one is behind, so I'll move it, Ctrl D. I move it in line. So I hold on to my shift so that it does not move. So I join the 3 like that. So I'm going to move this wall up. I click on it, I stretch it up. I do the same. Click on this one, I stretch it up to there. We shall reduce the length of the ducts. They are over protruding. So I'll click on this, can give them 500. Enter. Give also this 500. So I'll join the three. Hold on to my shift key. I join them. Can simply select all of them like that, and I join. And I come to my 3D. Yeah, the size is reasonable. So I'll need my ducts to go up to down, but remember, I will need the foundation walls also. So I'll come to my foundation level. So I'm going to extend this wall somewhere there, then also this one somewhere there. And I can pick parameters of this one, and I do this. I do this. Since I already know the dimensions, this is 200, 200. I enter. I move this up to there. Then this is 500, 500. Enter. So I join the three. I'm going to do the same. This is 500, 500. Enter. I join this. I move this up to here. I hold on shift. I join the three. When I come to my 3D level, this is what I have. This one is not in line. This was, I didn't adjust. This is 200, 200. Enter. I join them. So this is what we have for the ducts and for the roof. So we need also a shade to this master bedroom. Here I come to the first floor. Click on the first floor. I come to slab. I'm going to draw the slab here. So I'm going to use this geometrical method, the polygonal method. I click on it. I come here. I hold on to shift to make sure I'm in line. I come up to here, move this. I'm going to move it up to this line, this wall. So I click there, I join it there. So when I come to my 3D, wow, I cannot see my slab. So I'll have to Control Z. Control Z, I come to my first floor level. I'm going to set it, then I draw it. So I'm going to give it, from the first floor, I'm going to give it 3 meters. Then the thickness, I can go with 400. Yeah, so I'll use this method again. I can pick this, make sure I'm in line. I pick this, pick that, pick that, pick this. So I'll have this in the 3D. I'm also going to add some parapets around it. So water from this will be drained through this duct. So I'll come to my roof level, click on roof level. I come to the wall tool, I click on wall, then I'm going to give it, the height is 100, and the thickness 1 meter. So from the roof level, it is going to start at -400. But we can first go with 0 so that we just adjust in the 3D. So under the reference line, I can go with the outside face. Click on that. I come here. I draw my parapet like this, back up to here, and I join it there. So when I come to my 3D, I have something like this. Control D, that is for moving. So I hold on to my shift key so that I'm in the Z axis. So I'll put it there. I come, pick parameters of this wall and inject into this one. I rotate the same way I inject, escape, escape. I come, pick parameters of this, I inject it in this one. So I'll have to adjust this slab so that it reaches this point. So I can do this on my roof level. The first level, this is the slab. I'm going to add a node here. So when I click on it, I pick the line on the sides, then I come to this insert new node. So when I insert a new node, I want the node here, so that when I come to my 3D, the slab has a node there. So I'll move, or I'll offset the edge. So I'll offset it to that point. So I'm going to have something like that. Then also this slab to be 500 instead of 400, 500. And then the parapet can start at negative 400. Sorry, negative 500. So that we have something like that. Then I'll also need to do some casing around this window. So I'll come to my first floor level. This is the first floor level. Then I'm going to extend this wall. Sorry, I click on this wall. I extend it in front. Then I come, pick parameters of this wall. Should start at the first floor level. So I'm going to draw this. Ctrl D. I move it up to there. So I extend this there. Then Ctrl D. I move this. I give it 300. Let me give it 400. Then I join the 3. So when I check in the 3D, I have something like this. But then I need to move this down. But before that, let me add my slab. I go to the roof level. I come under slab. I'm going to have this at 500, the thickness of the slab. So I'm going to draw it here. Can use the rectangular method of drawing it. And I come up to there. And I come to my 3D. I click on this. I put it on the first floor. So when you check the dimensions, this means from the first floor, the base offset is 3 meters. I rotate, so I'll have to move this down. Let me adjust the base offsets for these slabs. Instead of 3 meters, I give it 3.2, so that they are at least up. I'm going to do the same to this one. Sorry, I click on this. Let me first move the walls up, the parapet walls. Click on this, select also this, so that will be negative 300, so that they are up. And I'm going to give this a base of the offset of 3.2. Yes, this is nice. So I'll have to move these walls down. I come, I pick a point up, I stretch the length somewhere there. Let me first do the parapet, because they're supposed to be in line with the parapet. So I come back to my first floor level. I'm going to draw it from the roof level. Sorry, not first floor level. Click on the roof level. I'm going to pick parameters of this wall. So instead of linking it to the roof level, I say not linked. It is going to start from the roof level. I'm going to give it a thickness of 100. So I'm going to draw here I'm going to choose this to be outside face. Then the thickness 150. So I have something like this. I come in 3D. It is negative 300 down, negative 300, like that. So for this particular wall, I'll adjust the height to match with this parapet up to there. I'll do the same to this. Click on it. I adjust the height to match with the parapet. But remember, this at the same time is serving as our duct to drain water from here. So that means this one will come a bit down. I'll adjust this point by moving these walls below the slab. So I'll adjust it below here. I'll do the same to this. Let me first rotate. I have to make sure this wall ends up to here. So I'll come to my first floor level. I click on this wall, I split it. I split it from here. Come back to 3D. I move it down to this level. Do the same to this. Then this slab, I'll have to move it to be in line with this. I'm moving the edge. So I extend also this edge to this level. Yes, so then for the parapet, I will need another parapet here. So let me first drag this parapet up to here. So I need another parapet on the roof level. Let me go to the roof level. From the roof level, negative 300. Then the wall surface. So I'll draw it here. Sorry, why can't it show? I come to the wall tool. Let me draw. As a result, the last operation elements have been created. Change their position on current and scene. Don't show this dialog. Can say continue, meaning you had already created the wall. It is here. So I select that, select this, I join them. So we have something like this. Then also down, I'm going to have this slab again, down. So I click on this, I can drag the copy of this. So I'll Ctrl Shift D, that is dragging a copy of this slab. So I'll move it down up to there. So I'll go on by adjusting. Click on it. I move it down. Ctrl D, that is from dragging. So I'll drag it at this point. So I have something like this. This is pretty nice. We are going to carry on with the landscaping. So to do the landscaping, we are going to draft it from our ground floor. So let us start right away. I'll go to the ground floor. I click here. This is my ground floor. If at all I can't see it here, I come under stories, then I look for it. I can open it from here. This is our ground floor that we have. So I'm going to start with drafting using my lines. These lines will help me to demarcate where exactly I want my walkways to be, my pavements, some planters where I want to have green, so that when I come to do the exact work, it will become very easy for us. So we can start right away. I can start with putting the planters, then I will do the walkways and the pavers in the process. So for the planters, I'll create some walls around. I'm going to need a planter here on this side, then also around here and this side where we have these ducts, and also a simple one here. So I'm going to do the walls first. I'll come to the wall tool. The wall tool is under design. When I drop under design, the wall tool is the first tool under design. So I'll click on it. Then I'm going to give my walls here 150. That is okay. Then for the height, I can give 500. Then for the base offset, this one will depend. We shall adjust from the 3D. So let me have my wall here. Escape. The line reference we are using outside. We are locating the outside face. So I'm going to have a planter here. I hold on to shift so that I can pick this line. Then I'll come. Let me change the geometrical method. I'll change when I'm doing the rest. So I have this. When I go to my 3D, you have something like this, but remember it is up. So I'm going to drop it down. I click on it. I Control D. Control D is for dragging. Or once I click on it, I right click on my mouse. Then I come choose move. Under move, I go to drag. So I'm going to drag this wall to touch the base. So I make sure it is in the Z axis, or I hold on to shift so that it does not move. So I'll come and put it right there. The same way I'll do to this one. I come, pick it, Control D, that is for dragging. I hold on to shift, I put it there. This is our planter for this side. So the base offset, let me give it -600. Even this one the same. So for the base offset, I'm going to use -600. So this is what we have on this side. Let me create also another planter here. So I'll come back, but now our walls have disappeared, meaning we can only see them on the foundation level. So as well, we can draw our planters from here. If we draw them from up, the ground floor, we shall adjust from the 3D. So we can draw from the foundation floor as well. Then we shall do the lines in the ground floor. So I'll come pick parameters. I'll pick parameters of this wall. That means I've picked plus its settings. Then I'm going to need the planter here. From here, let me use this geometrical method. The second one, the chained method. Then I do this. When I come to my 3D, I will need to adjust that. I click on this wall. I want to move it to touch this line. So I'll Control D, that is for dragging. I drag up to there. Then I join the two. I hold on shift, I select both. I intersect them. You can rotate and check. Maybe to be uniform, I can just extend this wall up to here. Control D, that is for dragging. I hold on to my shift. and I come pick that point. So I hold on shift, I join them. I join this with this, come back to my foundation level. Then I'm going to need also planter here. I can pick parameters of this wall. For this one it is very easy. I'm going to join from here up to here. Let me pick from down so that picks the face. I'm going to also need another planter in front at our staircases, so I'll want it to move like this. Let me adjust this. Let me first put it here, hold on to shift, click that, Control D, that is for dragging. I drag it up to this level. Then for its length, let me just give this 3 meters, 3000, enter. I join them, click this, our slabs here to create the soil. You can use a mesh tool, you can use slabs, you can use morphs, but we are going to use the slab tool to create the soil in our planters. So I'll come to the slab tool, I click on it, I'm going to draw a slab in here. So I'm going to go with the geometrical method, which is the rectangular method. I'll come, draw my slab here. On the ground floor it is offsetted at 3 meters. This will be 0. Then the thickness we shall adjust. I have a slab there. The same way I'll need another one here. Put it there. I'll need also another one here. Put it there. And I'm going to need Control Z. Give them a thickness of 50. They are selected. You can use the default rails which are in. Then also I come here, still the same thing. Select this, even this. Control T, stone. I'm going to make all of them. Then for this,